Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders. I hope you're exceedingly well. And in today's crypto technical analysis, I'm going to analyze UNFI USDT. Why I like this coin is because of this little, or rather big candle. There's just a lot of volatility that has happened in this coin. And, I favor longs more than shorts with this. But, when the short is on, you take it. I took a short today and took profits. But if you can take a long and catch a breakout on this coin and it breaks out like it did on the 8th of June, you can really make a lot of money. I mean, it broke out from $2.56 all the way to $41, $42 almost. And that literally happened within a 3 hour period. So that is incredible. I mean, I think I worked out, if you took a position of about $50 on 10x, you'd have made something like $2,000 or $3,000 on that move. That is absolutely incredible. So let's get into the technical analysis. I'm going to go down to the 4 hour time frame, and we've literally been trading in two separate ranges here. You can see from the 9th of June broke down into this range that we had below. And if we look at our value areas and turn on our fixed range, you can see there the value area high there, POC, and our value area low. I also drew a parallel channel because price had been respecting that up and down. And you know how the saying goes, trade the ranges until they break. So the range broke to the upside. We went all the way to $13.41, and I traded some longs and some short that day, which was extremely volatile. Had some interesting drawdown, but ended up okay in the trades. Just you got to show patience and just know what you're doing if you're scalping this kind of move. But I'm going to just draw these fixed ranges and POCs there, and let's turn off our parallel channel. Where are we? There's a parallel channel. So we broke out of this range and we had a move up to $13 and came back into the current range that we're trading at. And as you can see, I've actually drawn a little chart pattern, a pennant. You can see the price has been respecting that pennant on the upside, and it coincides with that value area high that we have at the moment. So the range isn't a very large range, or it's not been trading there for a long time, only since the 30th of July, so for about 5 or 6 days. And you can see the bottom of the range has been respecting the lower trend line of that pennant, which also coincides with the range value area low. So as I said to you, I took a short this morning off this range value area high where we had this rejection, and I was happy enough that the price action was bearish enough, and yeah, we have it. I entered at $8.65. At that stage, when I took a screenshot, we were at $8.44, but I put stops in profit. Why? Because a lot of the ranges that's been trading, especially on Bitcoin over the last couple of days, has not been extremely wide. Yes, yesterday and the day before we had biggish moves, but nothing spectacular. We've kind of been range bound with Bitcoin. I mean, as you can see here on the 4 hour, very, very tight kind of range, but it is tradable and you can make money on it. I've taken a few scalps on it. So, my idea would be I would look again for price to come up to that upper trend line and that range value area high, as long as it's testing it as resistance and not breaking out. Obviously, if price gets to this area and it breaks straight through, you got to be careful. I also wouldn't be taking the long right there until we come and get a retest. What could happen as well is if we have a swing failure pattern to the bottom of this kind of value area or this range, and where it coincides with this lower trend line, if we come down and wick down below it and come up and retest this again as support, that could be an area for the long to happen. So looking at reversal areas, when I got into this trade, I drew a local Fibonacci extension from the low of the move to the high that we had this morning, and that happened at 8 a.m. South African time. So I was looking to possibly hold the trade down to this POC because there's confluence with the Fib golden pocket. And if we turn on our levels, you'll also see I've got a monthly area right there. And yeah, so trade the ranges until they break. New York is opening in about 3.5 hours. So expect some volatility to come into the market. So yeah, if you like this technical analysis, I can't say analysis this morning, analysis, please give it a thumbs up. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to check out the links in the description for BYBIT. If you don't have a BYBIT account, awesome exchange. There's about $4,000 worth of bonuses that you can earn depending on how much you deposit and how you trade. But over the last couple of months, I've been trading with them for about a year, 2 years. And last month or so, I think I've received about $200 in bonuses. So check out the links in the description. And you can also trade BTC USD inverse perpetual, which means you trade in Bitcoin. And when you win a trade, you make Bitcoin. That's what I'm doing. I'm accumulating because 2024 is coming. The halving's coming. But until then, safe trading, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.